Dear students, welcome to the today's chemistry class. We are discussing chemical bonding and molecular structure. In the last class we discussed Lewis representation of simple molecules and formation of ionic bond or electrovalent bond by taking sodium chloride as an example. So in this class, let us discuss formal charge. Formal charge. Formal charge is calculated in atomic molecule. So that means if more than one atom is present in a molecule, that is called as polyatomic molecule. So in that polyatomic molecule, different charges are formed on different atoms. To calculate the charge formed on each atom in a polyatomic molecule, we can use the word called as formal charge. Formal charge is the difference between the number of valence electrons of the atom in the free state and the number of electrons assigned to that atom in the Lewis structure. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಆಟಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಲೆವಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ it is the difference. It is the difference between the number of valence electrons, of atom, in the free state, or it is also called as isolated state or uncombined state. Number of valence electrons of atom in the free state or isolated state, and number of electrons assigned to that atom in the Lewis structure. Number of electrons assigned to that atom in the Lewis structure. So the difference between the number of valence electrons of atom in the free state or in the uncombined state or in the isolated state and the number of electrons assigned to that atom in the Lewis structure is called as formal charge of polyatomic molecule. So that formal charge can be calculated by using the formula called as formal charge. Formal charge is equal to number of valence electrons, on the free lone pair electrons present on the atom. See, this is the equation used to calculate formal charge of each atom present in the molecule. By using this formula, let us find or let us calculate formal charge of each oxygen atom in ozone molecule. Example, calculate. Example, calculate the formal charge. Calculate the formal charge of each. Calculate the formal charge of each oxygen atom. Each oxygen atom in ozone O3 molecule. In ozone molecule. So calculate the formal charge of each oxygen atom in ozone molecule. Ozone is nothing but O3. 3 oxygen atoms are present. Let us write one simple structure of ozone. O, double bond O. So this is the simple structure of or Lewis structure of ozone molecule. So this oxygen atom is numbered as 1 and this oxygen atom is numbered as 2 and this oxygen atom is numbered as 3. Now let us find what formal charge to be formed on each oxygen atom by using the formula. So write the formula once again. Formal charge is equal to number of valence electrons on the free or isolated atom minus 1 by 2 into number of bonding or shared electrons minus number of anti-bonding or non-bonding or lone pair electrons. Using this formula, let us find formal charge on each oxygen atom. Okay. Number 1, formal charge. Formal charge of oxygen atom. Oxygen atom 1. Formal charge of oxygen atom marked as 1 is equal to number of valence electrons of free or isolated atom. Here atom is oxygen. In free state or isolated state, the number of valence electrons of oxygen is 6 minus 1 by 2 according to formula 6 minus. So number of valence electrons of oxygen in free state minus 1 by 2 into number of bonding electrons. See here 1, 2, 3. Around the oxygen atom 1, 3 bonds are present. 3 bonds means 3 bonds means 6 electrons. Each bond means 2 electrons. So 3 bonds means 6 electrons. Minus non-bonding electrons on oxygen atom 1. So 2. So that is equal to 6 minus. So 6 by 2 means 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2. 6 minus 5. 6 minus 5. So that is equals to 6 minus 5 means plus 1. So on oxygen atom we have to write oxygen atom 1 we have to write plus 1 charge. So later we can write. Next one, formal charge an oxygen atom 2, valence electrons of oxygen in free state before combined with other atom. Number of valence electrons of oxygen is 6 minus 1 by 2 into number of shared electrons. So around oxygen atom 2 we have 2 bonds. 2 bonds means 4 electrons minus number of non-bonding electrons on oxygen atom 2. So we have 4. So that 6 minus 4 by 2 means 2 minus 4. That is equal to 6 minus 6 equal to 0. Means formal charge of oxygen atom 2 is 0. Next term, formal charge of oxygen, formal charge of oxygen atom 3 is equals to, now let us calculate formal charge of oxygen atom 3. On oxygen atom 3, once again in free state 6 valence electrons minus 1 by 2 into shared electrons. So one bond we have around oxygen atom 3. So 2 electrons minus non-bonding electrons. So 6. That is equals to 6 minus 2 by 2 means 1 minus 6. 6 minus 7 is equals to minus 1. So on oxygen atom 3 we have to write formal charge minus 1. On oxygen atom 2 we have to write formal charge 0. On oxygen atom 1 we have to write formal charge plus 1. So according to this, then we can write formal charge on oxygen atom. No need to write the formal charge. And on oxygen atom 2 we have to write 1 minus 1 on oxygen atom. On oxygen atom 1 plus charge, on oxygen atom 1 plus 1, and on oxygen atom 2 no charge, and on oxygen atom 3 we have to write minus 1. So this is the correct structure of ozone molecule according to formal charge. Okay, next. Limitations of octet rule. Limitations of octet rule. Octet rule says that atoms can combine either by transfer of electrons from one atom to another or by mutual sharing of valence electrons. But in certain compounds, the central atom do not obey octet rule. So that means ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ನ ಒಬೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಥರ ಕೇಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಒಬೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. There are some limitations of octet rule. Let us discuss the first one. So it is incomplete octet structure. Incomplete octet structure. In some compounds around the central atom, less than 8 electrons are present. For such compounds, octet rule is not applicable. That means incomplete octet structure. For the compounds having less than less than 8 electrons around the central atom, octet rule is not obeyed. So in some molecules around the central atom, less than 8 electrons are present. For such molecules, octet rule is not obeyed. Example, say you take lithium chloride. In lithium, one valence electron is present. Lithium and Cl, 7 valence electrons are present. 7 valence electrons are present. Now if we write Lewis structure, chlorine obeys octet, but around the lithium only 2 electrons. So for lithium atom, octet rule is not followed. Lithium ಸುತ್ತಲೂ maximum 2 electrons ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, 8 electrons ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ lithium chloride do not obey octet rule. And second one, beryllium hydride. Here central atom is beryllium. Valence electrons of beryllium is 2. We have 2 hydrogen. Each hydrogen provides 1 electron. So that hydrogen 2 electrons. But beryllium 4 electrons. Central atom beryllium ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕೂಡ 4 electrons ಇದೆ, which is not a duplet configuration, helium configuration ಅಲ್ಲ. It is not a octet configuration. 2 electrons ಇಲ್ಲ, 4 electrons ಇಲ್ಲ. 2 electrons ಇಲ್ಲ, 8 electrons ಇಲ್ಲ. Means it is not a duplet, it is not a octet. So once again, BH2 molecule do not obey octet rule. Next example 3. Say boron trichloride, BCl3. Boron has 3 valence electrons and Cl has 7 valence electrons. Each Cl has 7 valence electrons. Okay. Cl 8 electrons, octet. Cl 8 electrons, octet. Cl 8 electrons, octet. But around boron 6 electrons. 8 electrons available ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So that boron trichloride BCl3 do not obey octet rule. This is called as incomplete octet rule. Next, second limitation, expanded octet. There are some molecules around the central atom, more than 8 electrons are present. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಒಬೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ for the molecules having more than 8 electrons around ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ 8 electrons ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. For such molecules, octet rule is not followed. Example: PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. Phosphorus here is a central atom. Now it forms 5 bonds with Cl. Cl 7 electrons. Cl, phosphorus Cl. Phosphorus Cl. Next, phosphorus Cl. Okay, Cl 8 electrons, octet followed. Cl 8 electrons, octet rule followed, and Cl 8 electrons, octet rule followed. Cl 8 electrons, octet rule followed. Cl 8 electrons, octet rule followed. So look at around phosphorus. Around phosphorus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Around phosphorus, 10 electrons are present. Phosphorus ಸುತ್ತು ಈಗ 10 electrons ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 10 electrons around phosphorus. Around phosphorus, 10 electrons. More than 8 electrons. So that for PCl5 molecule, octet rule is not followed. Similarly, SF6. Similarly, in H2SO4, around the sulfur atoms, more than 8 electrons means around the sulfur, 12 electrons. Around the sulfur, 12 electrons are possible. So for these molecules, octet rule is not followed. This is called as expanded octet. Around the central atom, 8 electrons in the ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Next, third one, octet rule. Octet rule is not followed in odd electron molecules. Odd electron molecules. Octet rule is not obeyed or not followed for odd electron molecules. Odd number of electrons. Say we take example NO. Nitrogen valence electrons 5 plus oxygen valence electrons 6 plus 5 11. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ octet follow ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ each atom 8 electrons ಇರಬೇಕು. Means around each atom 8 electrons. So 8 plus 8 is, so that is 16. But here 11 electrons. 11 electrons. So you take example N. Valence electrons 5. Oxygen valence electrons 6. So that we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octet 8 electrons. But around nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. See, if nitrogen atom is not following octet rule, so that the NO, nitric oxide, is an odd electron molecule which do not obey octet rule. Similarly, nitrogen dioxide molecule also do not obey octet rule. So the molecule having odd number of electrons, do not follow octet rule. And next, fourth one, octet chemical inertness of noble gases. Noble gases we consider that non-reactive gases or stable gases. So that any atom having 8 electrons in the outermost shell is said to be stable because it obeys stable gas configuration. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಆಟಮ್ ಸುತ್ತು 8 electrons ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಒಬೇಸ್ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲಿ ಇನರ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ krypton and xenon combines with most electronegative elements like fluorine and oxygen to form compounds KrF2 and XeOF2, xenon oxidifluoride and krypton difluoride. ಈ ಥರ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಇನರ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲಿ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ is based on chemical inertness of noble gases. But krypton and xenon reacts with O2 and F2 to form KrF2, XeOF2, etc. ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಟೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಒನ್, octet rule does not explain stability, energy and shape of the molecules. Octet rule does not explain. Octet rule does not explain shape, energy and stability of molecules. Just octet rule says that any atom having 8 electrons in the valence shell is said to be stable. That's all. But it did not explain relative stability of molecule and geometry of the molecule and the energy of the molecule. So these are the important limitations of octet rule.